Boeing predicts that between now and 2035, more than 2 million commercial pilots, maintenance technicians, and cabin crew will be needed to meet the national demand, which is fueled by global expansion, a problem compounded by the number of people in the industry about to retire. In Alaska, that means good mechanics will be even harder to find. In places like Nome, airplanes are a lifeline. They bring in most of the mail and the groceries. Aviation is what holds the state together. And while the pilots get a lot of the credit, the mechanics keep the planes in the air.
So are we looking at a 3/4 by 3/4 inch screen?
Mechanics in training here at the university are told that if a plane gets a lot of TLC, it can run for a long time. You see a lot of that in Alaska. Older model planes still in use because they can handle Alaska's rugged terrain. Take this Douglas DC-3. This photo was taken in 1946.
The Douglas DC-3, which is a common aircraft here in Alaska, we're approaching 100 years of time in service for some of those airplanes.
Paul Herrick says it takes a special breed of mechanic to work on legacy aircraft.
Even when the aircraft is running just fine, there's that I can always polish it a little more. I can always make it a little bit better. And that kind of, in aviation maintenance, that's a big part of what we do. It's never just good enough. It always has to be absolutely correct.
So you'll need to consult your AD list.
How do you teach mechanics to maintain the new stuff, but also go back 100 years and maintain that stuff as well?
Nationwide, the computer industry has lured a lot of talent away from aviation.
Sometimes you can have cracks that are so tight together that you may or may not be able to see.
But some, like Charlie Yvonne from Quigilingok, know how important good mechanics are to everyday life in rural Alaska.
It's a lot of hands-on.
After Charlie gets his FAA certification, he hopes to get a job in Bethel.
It's fun troubleshooting.
A lot of troubleshooting is done on the internet to find the manuals that for some old planes are out of print.
Not just like you run up with your wrench and start banging on the airplane. It's a very specific process. And that's what makes our aviation system one of the safest in the world.
It's a process taught here.
Is it steel or is it aluminum?
That makes these students so valuable.
We always counsel our students that you don't have to take the first offer that's given. You can actually shop around, you can actually negotiate.
It doesn't matter if the jobs are on small planes or jets. In the big picture, it's the training here that gives these mechanics the entree to work all over the world.
It's an employee's market right now.